Linares 1, Barça 2. Of course, Barça won the match after a really hard match, because if we can remember, the first half was a little bit strange, was a little bit weird, because we saw that the players had a different rhythm. Like they were like a little bit slower, a little bit. I mean, maybe I can understand. I'm not gonna justify, but I can understand, because you are playing in a difficult position in the league, and you have played against Sevilla, against the next week against Madrid. Like the Super Cup, and it's gonna be, and now you have to play against Linares. It's a little bit, with all my respect to Linares, but it's a little bit to reduce, the motivation is like, we have in this kind of matches, players have more to lose than win, and I can understand that they are a little bit not motivated as with other rivals. Talking about the match, of course, I'm gonna start to say in general that I don't like the cup games, but cup matches, but it is what it is. We have to play, and we have a lot of players out. I mean, we have, I don't know, for this match we have 14 or 13 players, or injured, or COVID, or we have a lot of players that we really need. But today the lineup was with 3 defenders, 5 midfielders to say, and 2 forwards, and the goalkeeper, of course, was Neto. That, from my point of view, Neto today was a little bit distracted. He was sleeping. I mean, for me, he's a great goalkeeper. And I mean, for example, for a team like Valencia, like he was, for example, Sevilla. I don't know. Talking in Premier League, for me, Wolves or Brighton. Like in a middle table team, or could be an Europe League team, like Barça now, but like for this kind of teams. And today Neto was distracted, was I don't know, was sleeping all the time. You mean, like I know that the goal was a mistake of the defense, but I don't know, the first half. It's a little bit, I don't know, the first half, the other team, just Linares, went with everything. I mean, with all the motivation that we can, if we win Barça, we will, I don't know, have a lot of people around us, like that motivation that had this kind of humble teams without a low budget. And of course, the first half was so hard, and the second one we done. Xavi has changed, for example, Ricky Puig, Ilias, and Araujo, and De Jong, but 2 of them, De Jong and Araujo, were because of injury, for example. And I'm going to talk about the second half quickly. The second half was good. The second half we were better, because when we scored the first goal, was like, yeah, now for me the impact psychologically that Linares had with the first goal of Barça was like, man, really, we were running all the time, pressing, and now they score 1 goal. They was a hard punch, like mentally, that goal. And of course with Dembélé that scored the second one was like, until now that's it. But they keep believing a little bit, but without that motivation from the start, like when they were winning 1-0, it was like, yeah, we can win Barça. But psychologically, they were like on top, but after the first goal, they went down. Like, I mean, too much for me. And of course, I'm going to talk about individually right now. Neto, was sleeping, was distracted. Okay, but okay, maybe it's his last match, we don't know. But another player that refuses to reduce his salary, okay. And talking about defenders, Mingueza was right for me. It was good. Only 1-2 mistakes, but in the first goal, yeah, okay, it's the whole defense, but he is one of the main persons, that one of the main players that should be more focused, you know, in the action. But it was right, it was correct. I mean, Eric Garcia again, a great match for me. It's incredible, this guy. I mean, he's only 21 or 20 years old. I mean, it's something incredible, and I totally believe in him, to be honest. Yeah, especially when I prefer him in a line of 4 defenders, but okay, with these 3 is also great level. Araujo again. Araujo, I don't know. I totally believe in Araujo, man. I have high expectation with him, and for sure, always he gives everything. And you know, it's like this kind of players that in the pitch it could be sounds weird, but he gives everything. Talking about the passion, you know, like all the time running. If he loses a duel, he was like, and it's so hard to see him losing a duel. But imagine he loses a duel, and he just like. You know, you see that he's frustrated. You know, like was nearly. I have to do more, and you know, like, I like to see that in the player. Incredible until he's injured. Was in the I don't know, was in the finger of the 2 fingers of the right hand, and now we saw in Barça Twitter they said the surgery was I don't know if it was a surgery or something, but was good. I think everything is well, and yes, he will be able. I don't know if he will arrive to Real Madrid, but it will be so important. But the most important is that he is well. So that's nice. Busquets again, a really good match. Not everyone in the first half was a little bit distracted, and the positioning is a little bit disorganized, but Busquets was good. I mean, yes, and especially in the second half when the team dominates, Busquets is the best of the world in his position. I mean, it's incredible for me. Really clean, really good. Nico, of course, the first half for me was a player who really tried. I mean, tried to generate some danger, and without success. But I really appreciate that he tries and was really clean. Was really good. I mean. Maybe a little bit with duels, he arrives late sometimes, but I hope that he tries, and that's something good to take into account. With Ricky Puig, I don't know, after the match I saw a lot of critics talking about Ricky Puig, about his level. I mean, I'm not gonna talk about it because it doesn't make sense that you can criticize a player who hasn't played a complete match. I don't know how long and they were talking about his evolution. I'm gonna talk about him in another video, because I don't know. I'm not gonna criticize him because, to be honest, he don't have the I don't know. He doesn't have played a lot of matches to say, yeah, he don't work. I mean, especially in the first half, because the first half the team dominates, had the ball, but not dominate as we know. You know, like in the other part of the pitch, but. It's not the same to start with this kind of matches, with this kind of the other team, the rivals that are so motivated in the first half. And of course, they're pressing, they're giving everything, and after it's not the same to enter in the second half, and now you have all the energy and they are tired. You know, I'm not gonna criticize him. Was I gonna give him 5 out of 5.5 out of 10 probably, but I'm not gonna criticize. I'm gonna say now he should be out, and I don't know. The person who decides that is Xavi, so I'm not gonna say anything. Jordi Alba from the left, yes, was good. I mean, he demonstrated that his career is he's strong in his career and at a great level. Yeah, for me was good. I mean, sometimes he seems to be a little bit static, you know, when he, for example, with Jutglà, he passed the ball to Jutglà and he don't move, you know, like Jordi Alba don't move. Sometimes it's a little bit, I don't know, sometimes, I don't know, it's because of his age, I don't know, I'm not sure, but sometimes he looks static, something you think like, man, why you don't run that ball? I mean, I don't know, but correct. Dani Alves, for me, is incredible. I was surprised when the Maradona Cup, and of course, right now I'm if we saw his statistic was like 8 key passes or something like that. When I saw that, it was wow, man, really. For me, the first half was not the best, the first half, but was who tried with Nico and the last play I'm gonna solve. Yes, Dani Alves, incredible. So I have nothing to say to him. And Ilias for me was the best in the first half. Who really tried, I mean, for me, in the first action that he had in the last meters of the, I mean, for me it's penalty. Probably for someone who say now you're crying right now. No. For me it's not. For me it's penalty, a clear penalty. But I can understand that. I don't know, because of the situation, because of the fans around there, the local fans. Okay, but for me it's penalty. For me, I'm not going to do a video because I don't see like a huge penalty. For me it's penalty. And Ilias was really trying all the time, like drill one, and of course he shoots like two shots on target, and one the goalkeeper just refused that ball, and just we had a corner, and the other I don't remember right now, but was also with danger. And the last one, Ferran Jutglà again. I don't know, this guy really. I'm really proud of this kid, because I don't know if he's 22 years old, 23, I don't know. But now we saw different. Okay, we saw with Elche, for example, that he's good at finishing. Like the last meters to that definition. But you have to think about it. Like he's not like he's not Sterling. He's not Iniesta. Like a drill. But he's a player who don't have that level to win a 1-1. But he's really good. I mean, at defending. I mean, at pressing, of course. And without the ball, Xavi said in a press conference before the Granadas match, that the next match, and I saw that and I was like, yes. I mean, yes. I'm really happy. I'm really I don't know, to see that Xavi really appreciates that work, because it's not easy. Believe me, in the pitch it's not easy to defend as being a forward. Like that sacrifice is. I mean, it's physically is unbelievable. Like yeah. And Ferran Jutglà was so good. I mean, I'm gonna talk right now about the players who enter in the second half. De Jong, yes, with De Jong was good until he's injured. I don't know if it's in the right leg. I don't know where is it exactly, but it's something related to muscles, really, because I don't know if it was not broken any bone, so that's good. I mean, that's good. Maybe because of the minutes, because we don't have any players. I mean, we were with 17 players out, and now just De Jong enter, and yes, because he had played a lot, and the same happened with Memphis last month, and yeah. So I hope he will be able soon and getting better. Who entered? Yes, was Álvaro Santos who complete. Yes, I think. Until now in Maradona Cup he done as a 5 he was not good with the last match was against Elche. I don't know, the last match before this match he was just like quite well. I mean, but I can understand he's too young, he don't have the experience to interpret the kind of situation of any match that we have to defend. Now we have to go a little bit I don't know, to front attack, just the positioning. But this match was so good. I mean, this I really like, to be honest, this and I like that this player now had the opportunity, and he seems to be more confident, and that's something really important in football. And of course we have to take into account, and we have to believe in him, because if one of the players that was not from Masia, but it's a singing, and it's so important to have these young players there, and just to contribute to and help the first team. and the other was I have to check it out. Sorry, the other one, Dembélé, that really was so important there. I mean, was I don't know. I hope that he renew, but we never know. And you saw the difference between them, the speed, the how fast is Dembélé from the rest of the players here in the world. I mean, it's a player who marks the difference, and like Ansu Fati, I mean, like Gavi, for example, for me. Well, Gavi, it's too soon probably, but for me, Ansu Fati and Dembélé, they put that, they mark the difference, from the rest of the players, so from the rest of the attackers, from the rest of the forwards, and that's something incredible, something great, and I mean, yeah, it's incredible. And yes, that was my impressions, my opinion of this kind of matches. And also I forget to mention Piqué, that Piqué was replacing Araujo, and also Piqué another game that was good. Yeah, now I like this Piqué because he's focused on the team. Yes, he's always defending on the social media Barça. Yes, I really like that. Yeah, man, and yeah, something is necessary, but not necessary, but it's something great to hear. If we saw the statistics again, we dominate. 81% of the ball position, but they were in their pitch, so there's no ball position in our pitch. Because many fans say my team has 60% of position. Yeah, but that position was in your pitch. You have to be in the part of the rival's pitch. We have a lot of total shots, but shots on target is only 724 total shots, and only shots on target 7. You have to improve the definition the last meters, and that's it. So next step, Granada, and I hope that the team will give everything. So I'm sure that they're gonna. Now we have Gavi, Busquets, for Granada, and something great. And yeah, we can do a great performance, I hope. And we will see. See you next one. And just keep believing in this team. And that's it. So see you next one.